Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie. Welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay, y'all see this pattern? Does it look familiar? It should. This is the pattern that I did not too long ago, and I called it the single crochet 2-row repeat. Notice how the bottom chain here does not have those big holes in it. The reason why is because I changed the pattern. I didn't like them big holes at the bottom for a solid pattern. This looks much better, don't it? Okay, the only thing I did, the pattern called to do your chain. I don't even remember what multiples it was in. Let me see. I got my book right here. Okay. Yeah. The pattern says to do your chain in multiples of 2 plus 2. Which I made a joke about and said, well, isn't that just multiples of 2 plus none? Okay, so in multiples of 2. And then the pattern called to do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Well, that would be over here. And then chain 1, skip 1, and do a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, do a single crochet. All the way back down, and in the last one, put a single crochet. And then to start the 2-row repeat. Well, it left these big holes in that bottom row. And I didn't like that. So, what I did was I chained in a multiple of 2. I put a single crochet in the second one from the hook. I chained 1, and then in the next one, I did a slip stitch. Chained 1, and then the next one did a slip stitch. And it turned out a whole lot better. I took the other one apart, or I would show the difference. But this one does not have those big gaps in the bottom. And looks a whole lot better. Anyway, this is the, I guess, front side. And this is the back side. So, it looks the same on both sides. Except for no gaps. You got your V's at the bottom. You got your V's at the top. Okay. What I wanted to do, I was just explaining that, but what I wanted to do today was, my daughter, when I bought something from the yarn crawl, she was asking me, well, how does that work? That I should do a tutorial on it to show how it works. And that was these wool needles. Okay? Now, the reason why I like these wool needles so much is because, let's just say, your tail's only that long. Well, it's going to be hard to go back and forth and back again because, you know, 3 times is a charm on sewing in your tails for it not to come out. Well, it's going to be hard to do that if your tail is only that long. But not with these. Because this is what you do. You get your yarn. Do not put your yarn through your eye. You get your yarn and you sit there and you work your needle through the way that you normally would. And the way I like to do it is I like to split the yarn. It ensures that it's going to stay. Anyway, You work your yarn. You put your needle through, right? Then you take your tail and you stick it through that. Then you pull it through. Okay, now we're gonna drop the yarn again. We're gonna come over on this side. And we're gonna work our needle, splitting our yarn as we go. Back and forth. There we go, that's a few of them. We're going to take our needle all the way through. Then we're going to pick up our yarn. We're going to come over here and we're going to stick our yarn through the eye. Okay? Then we're going to take our needle and we're going to pull it right on through and then pull our yarn. We're going to drop our yarn again because, like I said, 3 times is charm. We're going to come right here. We're going to split the yarn. If I can. I'm fumble fingers today. Well, the yarn don't want to split. That's a good thing. Okay, we're going to work our needle through. Come over here and get our yarn. We're going to stick our yarn through the eye. And we're going to pull it right on through. And drop our yarn. And that ensures that it's not going to pull out as much. And then all you got to do had something on my yarn. And then all you got to do is just snip your yarn right there. And I like to go as close as I possibly can without cutting my other yarn. And then push it through. And voila! These needles are really, really good on not wasting a lot of tail. You can have much shorter tails and weave in your yarn easier with these darning needles. Now, these particular ones, you can buy them just about anywhere. They are Knitter's Pride is the name brand. And they are called wool needles. I know most local yarn shops sell them. I do believe that craft stores sell them. And I believe Hobie sells them online. Anyway, but here's the thing. You got to be careful. Because if you work real tight crochet, these might not be the ones for you. The reason why I had to get another set is because I was crocheting tight. And I had stuck my needle through my yarn. And I had put my yarn through my eye here, which, by the way, is flexible. Because, see, if you got real chunky yarn, you can push it like that and open that eye up real wide. Anyway, and I was pulling my yarn through, and this piece right here popped right on out. So you gotta be careful of that. They're not made as good as what I would like them to be made. But, do they work? I think they work well. Alright. That's going to be all for today. And I will meet you back here in the next one for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. And don't forget the yay! Alright, love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. Do something nice for somebody, even if it's just a smile. Bye, y'all.